Good morning, and today we're getting stuck in it right away. No fanfare, no intro, no nothing, just gonna get eaten. So today I find myself in Yakima, Washington at a place called Waffles Caffe, which is a real greasy spoon place where you get yourself any variety of sweet and savory breakfasts. They're open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Let's see, they have two locations, one on 1st Street in Yakima and the other on, let me double check that this is real. The other on Nob Hill Boulevard. If that's a prank, good job, guys. You made me say the word knob. Anyway, so yeah, they've got a whole variety of different types of breakfasts that you can eat. You can see right now I am digging into one of their Bigfoot chicken fried steaks, which was absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the last time I had a chicken fried steak that good. So on their menu, they have the Ironman breakfast, which is 3 eggs and your choice of one of the following: bacon, sausage links, or patties, corned beef ham, ham steak, or a classic country fried steak, served with a plain waffle and hash browns and toast. Which sounds pretty good. And in the name of gender equality, they also have their Iron Woman breakfast, which is 1 egg, 2 strips of bacon, half plain waffle, half an order of hash browns, and 1 slice of toast. So I guess it's for the dainty people out there. I don't know. Somebody out there can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that women typically have like a genetically smaller stomach than men or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, now on top of that, they have their Ironman Challenge, which is described as the bottomless pit, 4 eggs, and your choice of a Bigfoot country fried steak or full ham steak or a double order of bacon or sausage, served with a plain waffle, hash browns, toast, and biscuits and gravy. Eat every last bite, you'll be awarded both a place of honor on the Ironman Wall of Fame and a Waffles Caffe travel mug that comes with a bottomless coffee for life. Bring your mug in each visit and we will fill it with hot coffee free of charge. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I don't know, I mean, diner coffee, not usually something that you super brag about, but I guess if you like that kind of coffee, go ahead. So right now, digging into the hash browns. I mean, everything here was absolutely delicious. I think the standout was that chicken fried steak that I had at the very beginning of this video. If you've never had a chicken fried steak, it is super delicious. It's steak that's pounded nice and thin, breaded, coated with, some kind of breading, something like that, and fried, just like you'd fry a chicken. So they call it chicken fried steak.
You want to keep the empties or you want me to take them away?
Yeah, you can take them away. I got a question for you.
Speed is the key.
Have you ever seen anybody eat 2 of these in one sitting?
No.
Do you think I could order a second one?
Really?
I think I could do 2.
Really?
Would that be a problem?
No, I mean, it's not a problem for me.
All right, great.
For you. You want it exactly the same way?
Let's do the bacon instead and over easy eggs.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, me being me, I didn't want to make this too easy on myself, so I went ahead and doubled up on their challenge. Now, one thing to note is that this is a pay-to-play challenge, so if you want to do the same stuff, the same stunt, I should say, it is going to cost you. You're not going to get the meal free if you eat it. You still have to pick up the bill. When I was there, I believe it cost about $38, something like that. So my bill came out to just under $90 when it was all said and done. Now, of course, you don't need to do this challenge. Waffles Caffe, like I said, have a big menu of all kinds of delicious stuff. Now, if you're not familiar with, here we go, getting stuck in with breakfast number 2. If you're not familiar with Yakima, Washington, it's kind of like smack in the middle of Washington. There's not a whole lot around it, so it's a little bit strange that there's this really big, sprawling city and just kind of in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Washington. That is until you look at the history of Washington and find out that it is about 35 miles west of the Hanford nuclear site, which was, this is appropriate for the time, it was a big research nuclear site that played a big role in the Manhattan Project. So if you happen to see Oppenheimer the movie, I doubt that it's going to be mentioned, but you know, there's quite a bit of history there. I don't think that there's too much radioactivity. I didn't notice anybody who was like glowing in the dark or anything like that. So I think you're safe from nuclear exposure if you want to make a trip to Yakima. The Hanford site is kind of a neat place. You can actually go visit it. It's just south of the Bend in the Columbia River, and it was shut down. Well, I think a lot of the plutonium production sites were shut down like 50 or 60 years ago, something like that. Let me see if I can find some history on the Hanford nuclear site. Let's see here. This is straight from Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt. The Hanford site is a decommissioned nuclear production complex operated by the United States federal government on the Columbia River in Benton County in the U.S. state of Washington. It has also been known as Site W and the Hanford Nuclear Reservation. Established in 1943 as a part of the Manhattan Project, the site was home of the Hanford Engineering Works and B reactor, the first full-scale plutonium production reactor in the world. Plutonium manufactured at the site was used for the first atomic bomb, which was tested in the Trinity nuclear test, and in the Fat Man bomb used in the bombing of Nagasaki. So some pretty dark stuff there. All right, during the Cold War, the project expanded to include 9 nuclear reactors and 5 large plutonium processing complexes, which produced plutonium for most of the more than 60,000 weapons built in the U.S. nuclear arsenal. Nuclear technology developed rapidly during this period, and Hanford scientists produced major technological achievements. In the town of Richland, established by the Manhattan Project, became self-governing, yada yada yada, nothing super interesting. Let's see. Many early safety procedures and waste disposal practices were inadequate. Oh, that's nice. Resulting in the release of a significant amount of radioactive material into the air in the Columbia River. Oh my gosh, this is getting dark all of a sudden. Resulting in higher rates of cancer in the surrounding area. The Hanford site became the focus of the nation's largest environmental cleanup. A citizen-led Hanford Advisory Board provides recommendations for the community stakeholders, including local and state governments, regional environmental organizations, business interests, and the Native American tribes. Cleanup activity was still ongoing in 2023 with over 10,000 workers employed in cleanup activities. I mean, I would hope so. Yeah, like I said, maybe visit Yakima. Maybe don't live too close to there if you don't want to get cancer. No, this place was shut down in like the 1970s, so I think it's all safe and pretty good nowadays. Let's see. Lastly, Hanford hosts a commercial nuclear power plant, the Columbia Generating Station, and various centers for scientific research and development, such as the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, the Fast Flux Test Facility, I'd say that 10 times fast, and the LIGO Hanford Observatory. What the hell is a LIGO observatory? All right, LIGO. Let me take a look at this. LIGO is the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory. All right, so that answers that. In 2015, it was designated as part of the Manhattan Project National Historic Park. And visitors, if you still want to, can visit the site and B reactor. So there's Hanford there, if you want to go ahead and visit that. Alright guys, we're wrapping up with the last waffle. I hope you enjoyed the video. See, I'm getting pretty full by now. I mean, eating 2 of these. It is definitely not a small amount of breakfast. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll let you watch the rest of it, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Take it easy.
Oh my god. That is so impressive. Like,
You think I could get another?
are you gonna
I'm joking.
die? Do you do
Oh my
this,
gosh.
like, as a thing?